Hey guys, Ed Wilson for President Paradise Earth Initiative System. Just another point I want to make on the insurance industry, okay? Because when I say insurance industry, that includes all of the different levels of insurance, okay? Whether it be health, life, auto, whatever it may be, okay? This specific video is about auto insurance and how basically you can get in an accident, okay? And see, they've already lobbied and took over the court systems, the lawyers, and so your country is basically conquered by these corporations. And I know this to be a fact because actually I know this to be a truth because I have been in an accident, was 100% in the right, and was a victim of an accident. And then my father, the next year, which is actually a year and a half ago, was in an accident, hit by a drunk driver, witnessed by a state trooper and a pedestrian. And then the state trooper actually came. Now, this came into our room where my father was being treated, and because he had to get it cut out of the car, and told us that the opposing person was a drunk driver. Now, I'm just going to show you how it's all rigged, okay? Everything that you think you know about the United States is a lie. So you go out, have harm caused to you, you have your property destroyed, you have eyewitnesses, you have the best eyewitnesses, you have everything in your corner. All they have to do is start wasting your time. One of the first things they do is depreciate your vehicle. One of the second things that they do is they put you through treatments. And actually, sometimes they even give you a loaner car. Keep in mind, anything that you would be getting out of your settlement, that comes out first. Any hospital bill comes out first. You get nothing up front. You get nothing, okay? Because they're like, well, nothing has been proven. The burden of proof has not been gathered, and there has been no court proceeding to make any conclusions on these things. Meanwhile, you're a total victim, okay? Then you go through all of this, and the first thing they're going to do is devalue everything through dispositions, okay? And basically, in the end, it isn't like it used to be. See, the insurance companies were actually there to actually prop up the people and to actually do for the victims. But they found a way around that to where now they have certain limits on things that they have to pay out and whatnot, depending on the amount of insurance that one pays for. That's why it should be took out of the common man's hands. These are terrorist corporations, guys. Everything that you think you know about the United States is a lie. And to watch this go on and to see State Farm and these insurance companies robbing people locally, we had one called Nationwide. And what they were doing is when someone would come in to pay their premium, they would tell them that the computers were down and that they had to pay in cash. Guess what was going on, guys? The agents were actually overcharging you, and they were pocketing the extra cash. So you would go in expecting a premium payment of, or you may have had buy payments throughout the year, depending on the kind of policy that you had, but you would end up paying $100, $200 more than you originally were quoted. And the reason was, and I know this to be a truth because these people got fired, but yet no one was ever told, no one was ever given their money back. Many, many payments went through to these people. So I'm just showing you of why free enterprise is a fraud, why the United States is a fraud, and why the people that are around you are programmed, dumbed down, and indoctrinated to go along with the fraud. Because they have no intentions. It's not that they even intend, because they don't have the sense to know better. So you are walking around. Most of the people work for the government in one way or another. These people aren't normal. There's something wrong with them. They don't understand what they serve. They have been indoctrinated. It's a form of psychological warfare. And these people are mentally ill. And that's what's been going on. It's been going on for a long time. And they've been killing off all the people that weren't mentally ill. And they were creating wars and factions to get these people involved so they could send them into other countries, because through these wars, not only were they integrating with these people, but they were conquering the free peoples of those other countries. Hence Vietnam, Korea, all of these other wars that went on. Okay? You think that you think that the United States won when they went against Hitler. They did not win. Why do you think after the war, they took thousands of the scientists that created the war machines and they distributed them between Russia and the United States? Make it make sense. They put the people that created the war machine in charge of the actual sophisticated structures and intelligence of the country. Make it make sense. You can't make it make sense because your entire history is a lie. It was a lie agreed upon, okay? It's an international terrorist syndicate. These people are the ones behind all of the evils and genocides in the world. And that's why in a previous video, I talked about the resets and why they do the resets and why you were just about to be reset by immigration. Because see, when the people start waking up, they have to get rid of the people. That's what COVID was. Yes, guys, you have been sophisticatedly attacked with silent war and quiet weapons. You are still being attacked. Most of you went out yesterday and were celebrating something that never happened because they programmed that into your head. Now, I'm not trying to take away from your celebration, but you should at least have something to celebrate about, shouldn't you? You think because you can wave a flag that was corporately took over and that they left in place, conquered you, but left all of the symbols in place, you think that you have independence? Are you serious? It's time to wake up, guys. They put you to sleep. You are the walking dead. You are a zombie. That's what a zombie is. That's how they took you out without firing a shot. Remember when Khrushchev took his shoe off and smacked it on the table? May I remind you, when he took his shoe off and he smacked it on the table and he said, "We will take out America without firing a shot," he was telling you what they were getting ready to do because he was a part of that international ancient Freemasonic system, that Moorish system that you don't even know the definitions of, that you and your families have been funding through dues for eternity. Have a good day, guys. I think it's time you wake up. The more you know, the better.